I'm Mercedes Cimino, Account Director with 6 Degrees. I'm going to talk a little bit about brands that alienate people and don't care. Carl's Jr. pisses me off. I'm offended by the way the company's TV ads objectify women. Does this mean Carl's Jr. is doing something wrong? Shouldn't they want me to like them? Not necessarily. I rarely eat at fast food restaurants, and those advertisements are likely appealing to a much more profitable target audience, young men. If Carl's Jr. ran ads that were appealing to me, I might eat there once a year. The downside risk is that ads I would find appealing might not be differentiated enough to get the attention of that more profitable target audience, especially in a crowded fast food market with dominant players. So although the positioning doesn't resonate with me, I respect the strategy. Eastern Mountain Sports, EMS, is an example of a company that tried to go in the other direction. The retailer's roots were in hardcore outdoor activities, and the company had a loyal following of similarly hardcore types. EMS's retail environments were somewhat intimidating to the less intense outdoor types and alienated some. In an effort to get a larger piece of the pie, EMS shifted to a softer, more mainstream strategy. The problem was that the company didn't have a differentiated position from competitors that were already serving that market well. And EMS was no longer delivering on the brand promise its once loyal customers had come to expect, leading them to go elsewhere. In the end, EMS went back to its roots of focusing on the serious outdoor enthusiasts. The company is not as appealing to the mass market, but its differentiated position with a more focused target market is working for them. GoDaddy famously, and perhaps intentionally, pissed a lot of people off with its very first TV ad that ran during the 2005 Super Bowl. It was a risque commercial featuring WWE star Candice Michelle bouncing around in a minimal tank top that tended to malfunction. Before that ad aired, GoDaddy was not a household name, but it quickly became one and is now the market leader with more than 3 times the share of the next closest competitor. GoDaddy's commercials appealed to me about as much as Carl's Jr.'s, yet I've bought domains from GoDaddy. Why? It was the only domain registrar I had knowledge of, thanks to those Super Bowl ads, and the domains were inexpensive. Now that they've grown into a big company, and with big players such as Google and Amazon getting into the space, GoDaddy's strategies and tactics are changing in order to defend market share and appeal to a broader audience. These days, the company's website and advertisements are more about highlighting features and benefits and less about creating buzz. It should be interesting to see how the market shakes out in the coming years. A more niche example of a brand that alienates people is Heroin skateboards. The drug heroin is extremely addictive and dangerous. It's also cheap and relatively accessible, which has caused epidemic abuse among youth. I'm sure most responsible adults and all parents are put off by a brand using heroin in its name, and that's probably the precise reason the brand resonates with the company's target market. While the average age of skateboarders has increased a little bit over the recent years, the market is heavily dominated by boys in their teens. Boys that age can be rebellious and tend to gravitate toward products that are edgy or anti-establishment. No doubt the handwritten, almost unreadable logo and gnarly board graphics make it even more appealing to those in the skateboard culture. So what's the right approach for marketers? Here are a few thoughts. Understand that no brand can or should try to be all things to all people. Be true to who you are and don't be afraid to alienate some in the process. Know your target audience and market potential. It's natural to think that a broader target market would yield higher revenue. But you risk watering down the brand if you don't have a differentiated position with that audience. And finally, follow a consistent brand strategy until the market indicates that it's time to adapt. Thanks for watching.